What's going on, everybody? It's the Signal 27 radio show, 6:30 Sunday. I'm glad y'all was able to come back and visit with us. We got some great things happening today. Well, first and foremost, let me go ahead and explain to you what we got going on. Let me introduce y'all to the panel. To my left, we have the one and only comedian David Emanuel, man of many talents. Unity over belief. You got anything to say, David?
Hey, I'm just inspired, motivated, and glad to be amongst the number. That's all. That's all I got to say.
That's it.
That's my freedom is coming.
And to my far left, we got the beautiful comedian Claudine. You got anything to say, Miss C?
I'm glad to be in the number also.
That's it. Just everybody just glad to be in the number. Y'all sound like a band to me. You know? Hey, so what we got going on, first and foremost, what I like to do is I like to give a big shout out to our BOBs, our black-owned businesses. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Dynasty Cuts out there on Dunn Avenue. If y'all need a cut, go out there and get yourself shaped up, looking nice before your shows and everything like that. She does an excellent job, Miss V. Oh, and also I think today is her birthday, so a happy birthday and get it in. You know what I'm saying? Also, I want to give a big shout out to Two Saints out there on 103rd. Clean. Everything is delicious. Food is delicious. And then every fourth Sunday we go out there and we do clean comedy, letting you know that comedians do everything. You feel me? Everything. You know. I also want to give a shout out also to another restaurant called DNA's Dex and Angie's on Beach and St. John's Bluff Road. Got delicious food, man, and we got the Wing King out there. The man makes a chicken wing. I know this ain't for you, David. David,
I support my chicken wing eaters. Unity over belief. That's my brand. You see that? Actually, that's our brand. I just happen to be the one making it.
You know, but he got a chicken. He like a chickenologist. You know what I'm saying? He got a cheesecake chicken wing.
Cheesecake chicken wing. Now that's phenomenal.
Man, but it's delicious though. And people were sitting up there acting like it's not good, but it was delicious. Mm-hmm. You know? And last but not least, there's another B.O.B. Let me see what
Aces Motor.
Oh, yeah.
By my classmate Aces Motor. A guy, listen, he gets your car at a great rate. Not only that, he makes sure it's mechanically sound before you take it over. That's how passionate he is. I was with him when he was with the mechanics earlier this week, and they said there's not many people like you that put this much quality and detail into a car. So if you want to make sure you got a good automobile and you're not breaking the bank, but you got something that's going to last you for at least 5-6 years or more, then get with Aces Motor.
Yeah, I heard that he good too. I'm trying to get my car through him as soon as I'm able to afford one. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And also we have reel-to-reel visuals. He does all of the visual stuff that you would need as far as recordings and shows and movies, anything that you need for YouTube. I saw that he was with a rapper that was out there that kind of helped promote him out there too. So he's doing big things up there in Atlanta. So, hey, yo, we got to keep it in the family first before we go outside of the family. You feel me?
Sure.
Okay. So what's on y'all mind so far? Because you know we're going to be talking about California. I didn't want to hear us talk about California, but we all going, ain't we?
Oh,
yeah, you better believe we going. I'm going to get the dough.
I'd like to give a shout out to Fed Time Entertainment in Killeen, Texas, Fort Hood, and my girl CL Page Mortuary located on Moncrief.
Oh, man, that means we got people that got dead people going on. You know, they watch. We got black folks that bury dead people, too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Watch out for his tea. You know what I'm saying? You kind of run late now. We're going to have to get you in.
Somebody wrote in.
Is she going to be able to fit through there? Right there, you going to be able
Somebody
to fit
said,
through
"What
there right
is
there?"
chicken wings?"
Come on this way, then.
Yeah, watch your tea, man.
Somebody said, "What is cheesecake chicken wings?" Elaborate, Leroy.
Okay, listen, man. It's if you're not in Jacksonville, you go to DNA's. Let them know that Leroy sent you. The sauce is ridiculously good. I'm serious. It tastes just like a cheesecake.
Is it the sauce?
Yes, the sauce.
It's
yeah,
the sauce.
It's not a cheesecake shaped like a chicken.
Cheesecake sauce.
Yeah, it's a sauce.
Yeah, okay. Cheesecake sauce for chicken wings.
No, it had no cheesecake sauce.
But hey.
Oh, I want to.
Go ahead.
Can I shout out, since y'all brought up cheesecake, Monica Monette, when she's singing, because she's an R&B singing, but now she's Monica the vegan chick. She makes vegan cheesecakes and she delivers. And I've heard the cheesecakes are phenomenal. I've only had the sweet potato pie, and that was phenomenal. So I come 100% when I validate people. But the cheesecakes on Facebook look good, and I'm going to order one. And we need to put together a cheesecake and wine party or something, so that we can taste the cheesecakes and do all that stuff.
So we're going to have vegan wine, too? I ain't never had vegan wine.
Well, it's not necessarily vegan. We might make sure it's organic, though, from organic grapes,
Okay.
Because we want the grapes that they didn't put the pesticides and all that stuff on it,
Yeah. That's what it's going to be. That's what it is, Rodney. You feel me? They delicious, yo. So, hey, go down there and taste it. I'm sending you down there. I'm putting my stamp of approval
All
on it.
the way from Killeen, Texas. He's going to send you there.
Yeah. Oh, that's where you're from, Rodney? You from Killeen?
Rodney?
Well, listen, we're going to have to get that FedExed out to him or something. Maybe he got some special sauce we can send out there. But I want to thank y'all for joining. We got another comedian that came in. Let me go ahead and put her on there because she got her phone on and they don't know how to mute.
Vegan wine. All right, vegan wine.
Go ahead and state yourself. This is comedian Miss Mimi over there in the corner. Now, you came in, right? So, and I asked y'all to come in a little early so we can do a sound check. So I'm going to have you bring your mic up to your mouth. Not tilt it backwards because we did this. No, you're tilting it forward. You got to tilt it backwards. There we go. The other way.
Work with the head.
Yeah, go ahead and tilt the actual mic itself a little bit. There we go.
Yeah.
Now speak right into that part right there.
Hey, everybody.
Okay, so hopefully y'all can hear her. What you got going on? What you got going on? What you got going on? Yeah.
I'll be at the Zone on the 25th.
On the
Alright.
25th.
My first show on the Zone.
Okay,
I'm going to be there.
Yes.
Oh, hey, it starts that way.
Hey.
Yes. So that's about it for now.
Oh, that's
All right.
it? All right.
Can I sneak in a quick shout out? I see Dilo
Yeah,
Saku.
Dilo is in there.
He's running for a position that with our local council or state council. I get it mixed up, I got a 1.8 GPA, so I get a waiver. But he's running for councilman here in Jacksonville to change some of the stuff we got going on, and he does a lot for the community as well. So we appreciate you tuning in, and we ask that everybody share the video. Share, please.
What's up, Lonnie Samuels?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff that he put on Facebook. I follow him too. But a lot of stuff is kind of, all conscious, black power, everything. So I'd be down for it. I like him, even if the other people don't. I've shared it too. So keep posting the stuff out there to keep keeping us conscious and having our minds awake during these times of depression. I keep telling people, listen, just keep your pistol on you. Because that's all you need. I mean, okay, maybe
Love
that's
him.
wrong.
No.
Maybe
I
that's
don't
wrong.
want no pistol.
You don't want no pistol. Okay. Okay.
I might urinate on somebody like R. Kelly, but I'm not going to shoot nobody. No, I'm just...
Hey, Lonnie, what's going on, Lonnie? You want us to send you out a shout out?
Shout out for
Hey.
David.
You a music man?
Oh, that my man, music man, Lonnie Miller. I show y'all a picture, man. He up like L.A. Crenshaw, the baby guy on when they were gonna kill the brother and stuff. He had the head all platted up.
Okay.
And plus he slept with somebody's wife and made some babies and got on national TV. Lonnie Miller, that he real gangster with it. He gangster with
Well,
it.
listen, Lonnie, I don't want to get on your bad side, Lonnie. You feel me? If you doing stuff like that, homie, then you keep that where you at, bro. You feel me? Is he here in Jacksonville?
I'm gonna show you a picture. Yeah, he was at Soul Hood with
Oh,
us
was he?
at the
Oh,
movie
man,
premiere.
Man, listen, we cool though, man. I don't know you, but I'm glad that you did whatever it is that you like to do in the name of whatever name you come in. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so
Hey, appreciate you tuning in, Lonnie. Please share the video, man.
Yeah,
appreciate
please.
support.
Yeah, listen, right, because we got something that's going on that's big in Jacksonville. Ain't nobody doing a comedy roundtable around here full of nothing but comedians. Yeah, send it out. Comment, like, share. We are everywhere. You can catch us at the Comedy Zone, and you can.
I showed him a picture of Lonnie.
Lonnie, this you, bruh, Lonnie. Oh, yo, did you see? Oh man, I ain't gonna crack on you now, Lonnie. I'm gonna wait for you. You're gonna have to come to one of the Comedy Zone shows.
Oh,
David kind of. He wrong for that one.
What you mean? Hey, we just took the picture. He had me take the
but
picture.
I don't know what was on top of his
Hey,
picture.
that's pimping on top of pimping. You understand me? Don't make me bring Deacon Inspiration out. That's pimping on top of pimping. That's L.A. Chronicles right there. We going to L.A. We need him to be our mascot. Don't that remind you of L.A.?
Yeah, no, it remind me of A Pickaninny, but I wasn't going to say.
Who was that rapper? Who was that rapper with the hair?
Julio,
dark skin?
yo.
Yeah, dark skin to get a people idea what we're looking at.
Oh, my goodness. Lonnie, I'm sorry, man. No, I'm not. No, I'm
Light
not.
skin
No, I'm
Flavor
not.
Flav.
Yo, so what we got going on today is that we're going to have a person calling in. Let's see who we got. Maybe somebody calling in right now. Let's see. They not.
Minister Society.
They done hung up?
Right,
Yeah, they
Lonnie.
hung up. Let me see if I can do a call back. Let's see.
Make sure you don't call the devil, because if you go looking for the devil, you're going to get the devil.
Yep.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. God is the greatest comedian. Just when you think you got peace on earth, he going to find an ignorant person to put in your path. Only because he testing you to make sure you're ready
Hey,
for
listen,
the wars.
even though I'm calling his number, right, I do owe
Hello.
bills. Yes, hey, how you doing? This is Signal 27 radio show. You called us, so we are calling you back. What is going on? Who are you?
This is Hope Flood.
Hey,
Oh, you got some hand clapping stuff?
that's
Hope Flood in the
right.
house,
The
guys.
one and only Hope Flood.
You done
Oh,
talked up L.A. You
I
done
know,
talked
right?
up L.A.
So for those who
Awesome.
don't know, Miss Hope Flood is a national, worldwide comedian. She does her thing. I'm talking about
Yes.
everywhere. You feel me? Right now,
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She is the host and of the comedy rock convention that's going on in L.A. So for those who don't know, I would like Hope to go ahead and just give a little small something about yourself, if you don't mind.
Something about myself. Well, you just said it, really.
Oh yeah, I guess I could.
I say a little something.
Yeah, go ahead, David.
Now,
Go ahead,
from
go
the pastoral point of view, comedic pastoral,
Hallelujah.
she is anointed. And when I tell you she touches people's hearts, minds, and soul, she just motivates you to be the best you can be as a comedian, probably even as a singer, probably as a movie guy. Whatever you trying to do, she brings people and she touches you in a way that you are just inspired to go above and beyond what you already feel you can do. And we need that kind of godship and love from a goddess, a woman, and especially in comedy. So I know I appreciate Hope Flood, and it's an honor to introduce y'all to Hope Flood. 'Cause I can't keep the blessing to myself. I got to share it with the world. That's just it.
Share 'em with the world. Share 'em with the world.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you
Leroy,
so
you see
much.
the
That
long
was
list.
awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Leroy, you see the long list of classes. Did you see that long list of classes that we get?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
you get the
yes.
Comedy 101, you get Social Media and More,
That I teach.
Podcasting 101.
Yeah.
And you teach these?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I teach the first one, the Comedy
the
101.
Comedy 101. Then that's one I'm going to. I'm definitely going to that
want
one.
all of them.
Yeah,
Take me
you're
some
right.
no-dos with me.
Yeah.
Exactly. You
And-
know.
I ain't going.
And the day is the last
Basically-
day for the day is the last day for the early bird registration. Let me tell you, don't sleep on
Day
the
is
early
the last
bird
day.
registration. You get a T-shirt in that packet and a whole bunch of other stuff. I got in late last year, so I'm a little upset. So I ain't get my shirt. But this year, I was there day one, and she even extended it. You take one class. One class is worth the registration fee. And even if you're not
Yes,
a
it is.
comedian, you want to be in this place because you could be a regular human being. But when you go through these classes, you're going to come out with your mind so wide open, you're going to want to do everything. You know what I'm saying? So you need to take advantage of it now.
Ain't that right? That's
Basically, what the convention is about, Comics Rock Convention, I originally had it for female comics because I felt that we were so behind the men. And I did it with the females for like 2 years, and anything with females, it becomes catty and competitive and just gossipy, and it just got on my nerves after a while, basically. And then the male comedians kept calling me, threatening me, like, Hope, I need this information. I'm putting on a dress and a wig and some heels. I was like, don't be trying to hide behind that if that's what you want to do. And so that's what you're trying to do, but I'm not gonna make you do that. And so I rebranded it and opened it up to the male comics, changed the name to the Comics Rock Convention, and here we are 7 years later. And basically what it is, it's basically an assignment from God to really take what I've learned in my 30 years of comedy to help other comedians to not have to spin their wheels for that long and win. Because, let's face it, all of us are not going to be famous. All of us are not going to be on TV. All of us aren't going to be Kevin Hart's or Cat Williams or anything. You have to find what your thing is. And what the convention does is give you that clarity and that aha moment for you to say, hey, you know what, I love stand-up, but I know I might be a better radio personality. I might do voiceovers. I might want to write a sitcom. Might want to produce.
Come on.
You know, and so that's what it does, and it helps you get your business together. What we're doing next year is making where you leave this convention, you'll have everything to succeed. And with our professional development day, it's where I'm calling it Ready for the Game. So if you don't have your website, you're going to get that done. You need your bio and resume. You need your headshots done. You know, so there'll be different booths for different things. You need business cards. You know, everything will be done. You buy a little USB, bring it with you, or buy it at the convention, and all of those things will be on there. We'll have templates. All you do is plug and play and put that stuff together, and you'll have everything, contracts and everything that you need to be successful in this business. And because it is a business, getting on the microphone is just the reward for the journey, but there is a business, and it takes time. And if you're in this to think that you're going to be Kevin Hart overnight, people don't realize all of us have put in 15, 20 plus years.
Yeah.
This is a marathon. This is not a sprint. So enjoy the ride and know the business and learn it while you can, and enjoy it. I mean, it's like your age. You're 11 to you 12, you 12 to you 13. You don't jump from 13 to 20 because you got to learn some things. There's some maturity that needs to happen. And one thing about Hollywood, and as you can see right now with the Nene Leakes and the Harvey Weinstein and the Bill Cosby, no matter who you are, Hollywood is very unforgiving. Yeah. And if you make one mistake, it could cost you your whole career. And so that's what we talk about. That's what we teach. Like someone said, for what I'm charging, one of those workshops for like Rodney Perry teaches the improv class. Rodney charges almost $600 for a 6-week class just on improv. So you're basically getting a plethora of different workshops. They're not in depth, but it's enough for you to get going, and enough for you to figure out what it is you're trying to do, and that's what it is. And so I keep it low. I have because I understand this is really a $500 to $1,000 convention, but I know people don't have it. I am a comic. I get it. So I keep it low because I want you to come. I created a laugh away plan that you could put it on hold so you could pay on it per month. You know, things like that. So I think like a comic at all times, you know, and so I think about that you guys have to travel to L.A. People like, move it around. L.A., if you're going to be in the you're going to have to come to L.A. anyway. They're not coming to Atlanta. They ain't coming to Jacksonville. They're always coming there to get you in Detroit or Dallas or what. You have to come to L.A. Right. And so you might as well get used to start coming. So just come and go to comicsrockconvention.com. If you want to register, you get your first choice of your showcase. You get your you get to VIP at all the special events. I'm doing a tribute to comedy club owner Ray Lambert. He started Bernie Mac and all of them out of Chicago, and so I'm doing a tribute to him. I'm doing a pamper party for the girls so we can get ready for that night. I'm doing a celebrity basketball game called Comics Rock the Court, and of course you get to showcase at all of LA's hottest mainstream comedy clubs. What more can you want? What more can you want?
As a comic and inspiring actor and putting together this particular Signal 27 show, this is something that is right up my alley. I needed something that would kind of propel me to go forward and push me in the right direction. Knowing that I've only been doing comedy for this will be my 4th year that I've been doing it, but I've been getting, you know, I've been having this feeling like it doesn't feel like even though I'm putting in all of this work, I just don't see the results that I would like to see. And from what it sounds like, it seems like this here came up at the right time, because what's funny is that I had the money already. This popped up. David said, listen, man, the Comic Rocks convention coming, you going, you get all of this. And when I saw the Comedy 101 and I saw the podcast, voiceover, acting, and all of the other information that was on there, and plus it was a trip out to L.A. and to go to different clubs and be in the eyes of people that might say, okay, that might be the next one. I couldn't turn that down, man. And if there are comics that are listening to this or looking at us on Facebook right now and you see us, man, what is holding you back? If you're really ready to make that next step, you need to go on ahead and do it now.
You know what, and also too, Leroy, thank you very much, and thank you for registering. I can't wait to meet you. The other thing is that you get to meet celebrities that you would never be able to meet, and the networking and the connections that these comedians make with other comics and stuff. Because some people ask them all the time, well, what am I going? People who have come before, well, why are you going back? What are you getting out of it? Or some of the workshops are the same. It's like if you're not applying yourself, or in that 1 year, if you haven't applied yourself, you need to come back and get a refresher course.
Definitely.
And some of these things. The social media is changing every single day. And in your case, two classes in particular, there's a grant for that. I have an amazing girl, Sharita J. Herring, who does, that's all she does all day, is help people find grants for everything they're trying to do, your radio, your pom-pom, your cheerleading, your weed business, whatever. She could find a grant for it. And then Radio 101 with my boy Troy Rollins, who was on the radio in Baltimore. I'm going to try to get Tammy Macomb, who is on our local radio station with Stevie Wonder station, KJLH. I'm going to try to get her to come. And you need to do that because, one, you need sponsors to keep your show going, and you need to know how to, really, really do radio, because to keep people engaged, it takes a lot. And, and that's what you'll learn there. You go there and people come and they're like, either they don't want to do it anymore because they don't want to work that hard, or they want to work harder, and then they find their lane. And that's what I want people to be able to find their lane and network with some amazing comedians that come from all over the country. You want to go to Atlanta, you meet somebody that's an Atlanta comic, you meet a Detroit comic, a Dallas comic, a Houston comic, Kansas City comic. You meet these people, and these are friendships that are being made that, you wouldn't have never met these people in any other circumstances. And the winners of the showcases get to go on tour with me in summer of 2018. David got a. I had so many. It was like we do 8 showcases, 2 per night, and I'm supposed to only pick 8 people, but it was so many funny people. They brought their A game. The women brought their A game, and I couldn't pick. I picked 20 people to get a showcase date. And, you still got to get yourself there, put yourself up, and get a little bit of money. But it's the grind that I want you to see.
Yes.
It's what are you willing to do for this?
Yes.
What are you willing to do for your career? What are you willing to do to open up for some major comedians and stuff? So that's an incentive, and we're pretty fair with that. And, who gets to go on tour and stuff. It's obvious sometimes with the audience and the material, but a lot of people brought their A game. And that was exciting.
We're hungry here in Jacksonville. Honestly, I would love for this show to be a poster child of the results of the Comedy Rock Convention. I mean, I've been putting in, and we all have been putting in the work, coming in on Sundays, and they come through, and they just everybody here is just hungry, and we want that particular type of success, and this could push us over the top. Matter of fact, it will. I speak it into existence. When we go to the Comedy Rock Convention, you feel me? Once everything is said and done, we will be the next ones up there. You feel me?
All right now. All right. Now you
exactly. I touch and agree.
Yeah, can you hear Michelle?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
She just graduated from the
I can hear
comedy.
you a little bit. Get closer to the mic. You kind of sound far away from me.
Yeah, let me introduce you in now, 'cause I got to bring you on stage.
Okay.
This is Miss Mimi, Michelle, known as Miss Mimi, and she just graduated from the Comedy Zone. She made it through the 2-month boot camp that we go through. A lot of people don't make it, and they be bitter about it. But she made it, and like her first full performance of 8 minutes is coming real soon, the end of this month. But she's already paid for her and her son coming out there to LA with us to Comedy Rock Convention. So she's gonna ask Hope Flood a question. Let's see that question.
Well, that's
awesome.
I'm excited and about the show as well, because I am like newborn baby new to this, so I am very, very excited about the show. And David came to me and he didn't even ask. He said, "You have to come. Like it's no choice. You have to come."
Yes.
So in my case, I'm very excited, and I have a son that's he just got into videography, and he's been touching and going with some of the famous artists. But David said, this would be good for him as well, so that's why he's going to come. So we're real excited. And then to talk to you today,
good. We'll be to put him to work. We'll put him to work.
Yes.
And then she had a question about where to stay, right, Michelle?
Yes, I do have a question.
I just, if we know where the class is going to be held, like if they're gonna be at the J Spot, that's good because you can stay around the J Spot and then you can travel to the other comedy clubs. So, Hope, if you can tell us
I'm still working on that. I do have some hotel information up there, and those venues are close to the airport. But I'm also working on some Airbnbs. The comics all stayed in the Airbnb. I found this church. They remodeled this church, a big old church, and they remodeled it and they turned them into mini lofts. All the rooms are like 3-level lofts with spiral staircases with the kitchen in the middle. And the comics stayed there. At first, everybody was a little leery because it didn't have a door to the next level. But what it did was it made people have to rely on each other. It made people bond. Yeah. It made people say, I need a ride. You go into the store. You get some food. And that's what this is about. This is our own sorority, our comedy sorority, and our comedy fraternity. And we have got to get together, and we have got to support each other outside of just being on the stage and at a comedy club. I have friends that I'm comedians that our kids have grown up together, and that we've been friends for 25 and 30 years, you know, and we met through comedy, and that's what got us together, but that's not what bonded us. And so I'm working on that. I'm working on some other Airbnbs. So when all y'all come, instead of y'all individually staying at the hotel, y'all can get these rooms. Because I'll tell you this much, and David knows from coming, you won't be in the room. You won't be in the hotel room. That's right. I didn't bring you here for you to be in the room all day, you know, for 5 days. It's enough time for you to go to the bathroom, get a shower, lay down for about an hour, and get up and go to the next thing. I'm telling you, you're going to be so dirt tired when you leave, because some of the showcases at the clubs, you know, y'all time are 3 hours ahead. If they end at midnight, 1 o'clock, that's already 3 o'clock, and then you got to get up at 8 or 9 to get to the next event. You drag a while, but it's so exciting, and it's so much to learn, and so many people, to me, you don't even realize you're that tired until you go lay down and everything. So I'm still working on that Airbnb, but the airport is good. Airport is good. You're going to fly into LAX regardless.
Okay.
That's where you need to fly. We have 5 airports, but you're going to fly into LAX regardless.
I was just wondering, because I'm going to also come with some other friends, and what they were trying to figure out, well, they're not coming to the convention, but they're coming just to hang out in LA. So they were trying to figure out what would be close to the convention, because I'll be to the convention all day. There's
a pass for them to come to the showcases, though. They need to make sure they get a pass. Okay. And they can come and see all the showcases. Okay. But what I was telling, like, my people that say they coming with me, that's not, they coming to watch. A lot of them, I told them the price is so good on the comics thing that you can purchase that and still go to all the showcases. And if you want to stop in 1 or 2 classes, do that as well. Okay. But at a minimum, make sure they get the pass to the showcase. Yeah, it's the same
price. The pass is for if you have someone that's not a comedian, but they want to come to our special events, which is like if it's a female, she wants to come to our pamper party on Tuesday, she can't. If they want to come to our tribute, they can with the pass, the nightly showcase, and the celebrity basketball game and the farewell awards that afternoon. So that's a pass, a Comics Rock Entertainment pass. That pass is like $200 for all of that. But if you want to come to the workshops and seminars to step in some of them, because some of them are related to business. Some are very relative. The social media piece, that's for everybody. Business and how to negotiate really is for everybody. Improv, depending on what business you're in, they're using improv now for attorneys, to be able to be better, attorneys, and to be able to have good arguments and closing arguments and stuff. So some of the classes are just for everybody. If you want to learn acting, some people are taking acting, and so a lot of the classes are for everybody. You ain't got to come to everything, but yeah, I would definitely, because after today, it goes up a little bit, and I'm taking off. Some of the perks are going to go away, but the price is going up.
Okay.
All right. Also, Hope Flood, we got a legendary comedian that's been with us for a while at the Comedy Zone, and she's doing an amazing job. Not only that, she's able to go into clean environments with me and perform as well. So I really appreciate her for that. In fact, everybody sitting here tonight does clean as well. But I want to introduce you none other than Miss Claudine Chandler, the comedian.
Hey, Hope Flood.
Hey. Hi, how are you?
Okay, we've been going back and forth on text messages, but I don't have any questions. I just want to say how elating this is, how excited I am. Just know that a comedian in America could actually talk to other up and coming comedians.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I just want to say. Thank you for that. Calling in and sharing your information with us.
You're so welcome. I mean, that's the other thing I wanted to say. Nobody who comes as a speaker, a celebrity host, industry panel, veteran panel, anybody that you meet that's coming to the convention other than the attendees is going to treat you bad. I don't allow it. The ones that have never been asked to come back. Whether you're a new person, intermediate, a veteran, I feel that you need to be treated. The only person that may act funny be me and stuff because I'll be so overwhelmed with everything. People ask me and pulling me in all different directions, but I plan to have a really good staff for next year, so I don't have to. I could just come and just chill. I'm getting better at that, but I just want it to be so right. I want it to be, because at the end of the day, if it's not what I say it's going to be, I don't know what triggers a person to register. It could be I post, Kim Whitley's going to be there. And so they say, I want to meet Kim, so they come. Joe Torre, Lunell, and that triggers them to come. So when I go after my celebs and ask them, and my vets, and ask them to be a part of it, I ask them to make sure that they can, because my name is out here on the line, and my integrity and my morals and my character is at stake when I put these things together, because at the end of the day, I'm a comic, and I might have to come to your city and work with you, and I don't want people to say, I want to hold janky ass shit, and so I don't want nobody saying that and stuff, so, wasn't nobody there, because I've heard of other festivals advertising certain celebs and things that just did not happen. So it makes people very, very gun-shy and jaded about coming to this and paying their money and coming this long way. So even if I post the host, like this year, I had Kim Whitley hosting one show in Earthquake. Well, Kim got nominated for an Emmy for Raising Whitley and had to go to that dinner. And I said, well, Kim, just stop by afterward. People just want to see you, take some pictures with you, and, and just so I can say that you did come. Quake had an engagement and stuff, but he showed up and did some time. So that's what all I asked him to do, because I always can have a replacement. So that's what I always ask them to do. So I just want people to know that when you come and you meet the celebs, they're all going to be nice and wonderful. Even the workshops, even the speakers, they're all reachable after it. It's not just at the convention. They'll give you their phone numbers, their email addresses. You can call them up. They will talk to you. They will walk you through stuff and everything. And I think that's important. I think that's what makes people come back. I'm a real person. I'm a down-to-earth person. I'm David. I sat at the table, and he helped me put my packets together for my workshop, and we became real cool, and they realized you just everyday people, and that's just what that is and stuff, so definitely. And I appreciate that comment, and you're very welcome.
Thank you.
Well, see, and that's cool to come to understand that there are people are just not on their high horse all the time, and everybody are looking to pay it forward. You know what I mean? And we do the things that we do because we want to all excel to that next step. I know I definitely appreciate this. I mean, just the fact that you called, I'm elated. As a matter of fact, if I don't say anything else or put on another Signal 27 show, this will be fine for me.
Right. Well, hallelujah.
I know, right? So I thank you.
I
you
talked
know
to
what I mean? So
You're so welcome.
Oh, we got to say
Sunday's usually a light day. Last week I couldn't do it. I was traveling, but I'm home this weekend and the next weekend, so I have time to try to do a lot of interviews and bless y'all mics, whether the mic bless the stage, but bless your mic. And I'm honored to be on here to be able to talk to you guys and answer any questions that y'all may need answered.
So Hope says y'all got any questions? Are there any other questions that you might have?
I'm just excited.
Any comedy related questions or anything about the business that you may want to ask? This is your chance.
Well, if I didn't want to bombard because I'm a little mouthy person, but I just been peeping. Right. I've been peeping the scene because my freedom about to come. Y'all don't know it yet. Y'all gonna see it. Okay. My comedy freedom about to come. But ever since I left the convention, let me tell you, I've been like a beast on the mic. When I grab the mic, I'm like a beast.
He ain't lying.
And there's a confidence in me that I saw grow in me that I didn't even know was there. Even though I come from the streets of comedy, but the convention just put my mind in a whole different place. So I appreciate that. But the question I had, because I'm observing the internet people that are building their following first on internet, they fill in rooms, they fill in chairs, and they may not have the fundamentals all the way down, but they get the people in the seat. and they can grow into the fundamentals. That's the thing about it. So I just wanted your perspective on what you would recommend we do, because the thing is, we need a following. That's in this industry, we need a following.
Well, the thing with the internet comedians and stuff is that I feel like they're not really true stand-up comedians. They do skits. Those skits cannot be translated on the stage. Mm-hmm. And that's how they build their followers, and I get that. But they are they're jumping over the comedians that have put in the work and the time just because they have followers. Yeah. They're getting paid more money, but when they get on stage, they don't have the time. They don't have 10 minutes or 15 minutes of material. And so we don't think it's fair. Right. You know, I think there is, I'm not trying to knock anybody's hustle. I'm not saying they can't come in the lane, but you have to be prepared to be in the lane if you want to demand this type of money and you ain't got but 10 or 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. And my thing is that I think that there should be a separate category for them and not really stand-up comedy, because a lot of them are not doing stand-up comedy. Mm-hmm. And do they have the time to learn? And then they're getting all those bookings and making money. Yeah. I can say this for people who don't like it or think it's wrong. You know, true stand-up, our stand-up audiences, they are very loyal and they know stand-up comedy. I have people who can quote some of my jokes from the from the 90s, mm-hmm. you know, and things. They follow comedy. You got your hardcore fans, and when they go to see these internet comedians and see that they don't have the time, they stick out like a sore thumb. And trust me, they won't be back around. Right. They'll go around maybe the country one time, mm-hmm. but they won't go back around again unless they get an act. Because people who come to comedy clubs want to see stand-up comedy. Right. That's what they go for. And so I would say to them, they need to prepare an act and they need to work on their act and get their time up. You demanding $10,000 and $15,000 just because you have some followers, and then when you get there, these people they're not impressed either.
Right, yeah, because I walked around the room on a particular show, and I seen where the mass pockets of people, they weren't laughing. They were just sitting at the table like looking. But probably the people that are connected through the internet connection, they were laughing. So that room was kind of divided as the people were sitting there. And I know me personally as a comedian, I want everybody in that room laughing. I want to connect on a positive note with everybody in the room. That's what makes this whole thing worth it for me. If I can't have that whole room, I really don't want nothing at all. So that's just me personally. So I just wanted your opinion.
And that should be your goal, you know, and that should be your goal, and that should be their goal, you know. And so, you know, with that being said, they still need to get out to the comedy clubs and work on their sets just like we do. Mm-hmm. You know, and they're not doing that because, you know, at the end of the day, comedy club owners and promoters are just trying to put asses in the seat. Yeah. You know, and if they could get a flying monkey up there and he puts people in the seat, that's all he cares for, and that's really what comedy has come down to. It used to be quality. It used to be if you weren't dressed a certain way, you couldn't get on the stage. In some clubs, if you used too much profanity, you couldn't get on the stage. Now it's just a free-for-all, but to the highest followers or the highest, you know, this and that. That doesn't necessarily mean that just because I never understand that concept, because just because if you got 250,000 followers, that doesn't mean they're all in Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. You know, and so that's the thing with that. But you know, you watch and see how it's going to turn around. It's going to turn back around. Mm-hmm. Trust me. It's going to come back because the audience is going to demand they get an act. Mm-hmm.
Well,
they're going to demand it.
Yeah, I'm not going to ask this question.
I'm not going to ask it either.
No, go ahead, ask
a question.
Well, this is from one of our fellow comedians that normally sit in and notice that this does not represent me.
Right.
But Chip, he does a lot of clean comedy with us. He's real creative. He graduated from the same high school as me. His GPA may have been lower than my 1.8. I'm willing to bet, but I'd have to research the record. But we'll do him this courtesy since he comes on the show. He wanted to ask Hope Flood.
Yo, I'm embarrassed right now. I'm so embarrassed.
Ask Hope, can she have my baby and let my aunt Breesy raise it? Need an answer now.
I'm past the getting pregnant stage of my life. I'm 51, so I'm way past that, you know,
Amen.
or whatever, you know.
And Hope has a lipstick line too. And when I was in Augusta, Georgia, you know, she allowed me to go on stage with some veterans of comedy. I was on with J. Anthony Brown, George Wallace, and D.C. Curry, and Hope Flood at the same time. It was phenomenal. I can't even tell y'all how great it was. But I was able to sit down at the table at the end, and Hope was selling her lipstick line, and she said, "This will help you get a glitter dick." And that was like the funniest thing to me. I'm like, you know, so she has a website and she sells it.
We're
and
trying
guys,
to stop this. We're trying to stop all side piece action. So if you get some glitter, you put it on your man's penis, so you suck it, so he got glitter everywhere. So if you come home, you'll know. So I'm promoting glitter dicker. I'm promoting glitter dick around the country. I am. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate you, Hope. I'm definitely ecstatic, and I know all of us are definitely excited to get on that plane and head out there. April is not going to get here fast enough. I already got mine.
Yeah, it's around the corner, believe it. And and so I'm not sure, like the workshops and seminars, I need a place where I can hold 2 or 3 at a time, because we have one class that's punch up, and that's just for you to help punch up and structure your jokes, and that's a limited class. He only takes about 15 people. Of course, the early comic people will get first dibs at that class and everything. So I need some more room. My goal is to get 250, 300 comedians to come next year. So that's what I'm working on, and we'll probably outgrow the J spot for that, because it only holds like about 90 to 100 people, and we're already packed up in there. So I'm looking for a venue that has about 3 rooms, and I'm going to be looking for some Airbnb stuff. So just hold on, to that. It's just that stuff with the hotels is just up there. You can reserve the room if you want to. You don't have to pay for anything until you actually physically show up. But I'll have more information as time goes on with different things, and just check back to the website, every couple of weeks.
Okay, well,
all right. Thank you, Goddess.
Appreciate you so much. We're not going to hold you any longer. I don't know what else to say. I'm tongue-tied. Right. I'm so happy. I might quit my job tomorrow.
Wait a minute now.
Wait a minute. Well, just know I can't take care of you, okay? I ain't having nobody, baby.
Well, shoot, I
can't take care of you.
Yo, some of the best comedians, when they tell their backstory, they told you that they were homeless for a time period. So maybe I need to be homeless so I can get on this grind the way it's supposed to be. You don't know?
Yeah.
Everybody's story is not. Everybody's story ain't the same. It's like the rap game. Everybody can't come from a bad background selling dope to be a successful rapper. You know,
that's right.
Hell, one of the best rappers in the game, Will Smith, and you look at his career, and LL Cool J. They don't have those stories and stuff. So everybody's story and everybody's path is going to be different. My path is not Monique's or Samore's or Adele's or Lunel's. My path is different from theirs or Cheryl or Lonnie. All of our paths are different. There is no blueprint, and there is no real formula. I wish I knew it, because I would have it, and I would bottle it up and give it to y'all, but there is no formula. You have to, it's like being a parent. It's all trial and error, and you just got to stay true to it, and you have to do it. You have to love doing comedy, that if you could not do it, you would rather die. That's how serious it has to be to you. And if you're not, you playing and get out the way. And you never know who in the audience needs you. It's like people who go to church and they go because they need to hear a word from the Lord. It could be in song. It could be in praise. It could be the praise dance. It could be what the pastor is saying. But you go there for that reason, and that's the same thing that we do as comedians. When people come into the comedy clubs or wherever the venues that we perform at, they're coming because they're hurting. And ain't really right now, ain't shit. Ain't nothing funny now. And so we have to still get up there, and with the world today, we still have to make people laugh at that time there, and to figure out what is going on in the world today. With our black men and our black women, our children, and all of the things that are going on in the world. It's our job right now to make people feel better and heal the world with laughter. That's our job.
That's the key. That's the key.
There's nothing else better to say than what she just said. She said it, and I'm not going to. This ain't my show no more. This belong to Hope.
Yeah, I would just add one thing. If I can, I add something. Y'all know I keep talking.
Yeah,
but I just want to say to the fellow comics, man, be there in support of each other. Be happy to see each other do well.
Yeah.
And last year, I'm going to say this. A lot of people went up before they show bragging they going to do this. They done did this. They done did that. And when they got up on that stage, they pulled up lame in the paint. So be humble. No matter what, be humble. I'm a humble person.
The other thing is that LA is kind of a hard audience because they have seen everybody. They've seen the big stars. You could be in a comedy club and Dave Chappelle will walk in and do 45 minutes, an hour, 4 hours. Cat Williams will walk in. You know, Damon Wayans, Chris Rock. So we're really, our audiences are very spoiled here because we get to see everybody.
Yeah.
So you know, you may be the bomb in Jacksonville or your little town, Tulsa, Oklahoma, wherever, you know, because you're the only comedian there and they don't have anything to compare it to. But when you come here, you need to bring your A game. You need to be original. You need to be funny, and be humble, you know, as well, because we get to see everybody. Right. We get to see the greats, you know, all the time. And so, yeah, I don't want people to feel intimidated by that, David, and say, you know, it's that, but yeah, just stay humble and you know what you got going on, and that's fine. But when you hit that stage for that 3 to 5 minute showcase, that's all you got to be on stage with 5 to 7 or whatever it is. You know, you need to bring it.
Yeah, that's it.
You need to bring it.
Nutshell right there. I'm ready, man. Are you
ready? You know I'm ready.
All right, let's do it.
I know.
So again, people, our early comics registration is ending tonight until I get to the computer. Maybe tomorrow might be another day. But they can go to www.comicsrockconvention.com and register. Go to the register page and click on that tab. By Tuesday, I'll have the Laugh Away Plan button working. So if people want to put their $100 down to reserve their spot, they can. That guarantees them pretty much everything except what the early people get. And then they can make payments on it over a series of time until it's paid off. And, you know, any sponsors out there want to sponsor, or vendors, local vendors, or anybody want to vend, those opportunities are available as well. Just hit me up at info@comicsrockconvention.com.
All righty.
Okay, well, I thank you, Hope Flood, for calling in. I definitely appreciate you. And Goddess, you have yourself a lovely evening. Well, it's still afternoon.
Thank y'all. Same to you guys. Thank you, everybody that was there. I appreciate it, and I look forward to meeting everybody.
Yes, we look forward to meeting you as well.
Yep, I'll be all in your face.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
That was awesome.
Yes.
I don't know what to. I'm excited already. I am definitely excited, yo. So when they pop off, yo, I'm definitely about to get my stuff together. I be thinking I'm doing good at these clubs, man. But the way David said, I might not be as good as I.
Oh no, maybe I shouldn't have said that at the end. Then I was just saying, you know,
I'm just messing with you, man.
Yeah, I was just saying.
CCP workshops that you're doing with us would help us.
Right.
Oh yeah.
To that goal.
Because
at
the CCP workshop, you can be more of yourself in there.
Yeah.
And you can it's just
Without
it's
being
a different.
It's a different workshop, and that workshop is to help us.
Right.
Anybody, any comedian. I don't discriminate in that workshop, but my goal is to keep nonsense out. So there may be a big filter going in, but we there to create and help each other, and that's what that workshop is for. I'm not gonna waste my time putting together the workshop and let people come and bring nonsense like we do in the other workshop. So you know, for the ones that come, I appreciate you and I thank you. I'm gonna share what I have to share. Like I shared some stuff out of the book and I read it. And the new guy Kevin came and he had a book, but his book cost $89 to get. And I'm like, well, you know, most people don't have that type of money. Even I don't want to pay $89 for a book, you know, because it's out of circulation. So, you know, a lot of times people have to keep that, just like Hope said. She's a comedian, so she keeps a comedian's life in mind when she's creating and doing things. And you have to do that. It's not about challenging each other. It's about helping each other get to the greatest we can be. If we can't help nobody else, then who are we?
Yeah.
That is true. You got to pay it forward, man. And from what she was saying, you sign up for all of these things here, you're going to become better regardless. You know, and plus for the CCP courses that you'll be holding, I went to one of them, and I couldn't make it to the last one because I had a show to do that day. But having to be able to go out the next time, but since you missed it, you got to make up. So there is no, even though you weren't able to come, if you dedicated and coming, you got to do your 2 minutes on that one and then your next topic. And I love the topics too.
I like the topics because it gives you more of a challenge.
Right.
You know, it makes you use your mind and have to think creative to get these jokes out and make sure they're funny. But now it's a topic that you have to talk on, and it's not, you know, you're not doing what you want to do. It's something that, you know, it's a topic. I just think it's more of a challenge that having to think, okay, like the last topic, I'm like, what in the world? How far is too far? You know, that's a challenge.
Right.
So having to think on that is can be a little something, but it's fun because it makes you think outside of the box.
Yeah. I'm cool with that because the last topic that we had
was from Leroy.
No, that was how much muscle is too much muscle?
Yeah.
Was last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got mine, but I'm not going to do it to this.
Yeah. And I was wondering, I was like, well, where did Leroy get this from? Because you started thinking, what happened to that comedian when he was thinking that? And, you know, you can't go where so I said Leroy was probably watching bodybuilding or something like that.
Yeah.
So the angle I came from was I went to, I remember one of mine, but I wanted to start from the beginning. But too much muscles to where, like, you got stretch marks on your fingers. Because you want your bicep to be so big, you know, your fingers shouldn't have to go through that. And so I went from that angle because I got to grab it from my angle and do what I can do with it. And I got another one I'll share with y'all. It's kind of sexual, but it's at the end.
I grabbed it from my angle too.
You see her face in the camera too. Look at her face in the camera.
But my last one was, and of course I ran it by my spouse, which they tell you in the book, do not do that, and it's true. But I went to this part, and y'all forgive me for this, for y'all, the spiritual audience. But I said some of the women, you got too much muscle down there, down below. And you know your clitoris is not supposed to be that big. It's not supposed to look like a kneecap. That's too much muscle. See, I had to go there because I need to laugh. See what I'm saying? And my spouse was like, no, don't do that. That ain't even funny. I said, well, what if I say thumb? She said, okay, that's okay. But thumb ain't going to get the laughs like kneecap. See, that's where creativity, that's what it, and some things you have to go over and aboard from.
I had said one of mine was, it wasn't a thumb because I got a joke where I talk about my nephew and have to explain to him like what a glitter is and everything like that. Fat ones and small ones, but I was like, sometimes they get so super strong that they become superheroes. You get like a super clip. That's why they got the hood on it. So it's a super clip with one eye on it, you know. All right, okay, that's where I was going. But honestly, I came up with the topic because me and my wife, who was having, I was watching, Pumping Iron 2. And they was talking about the different types of businesses that they all go into. Like one guy, he has never won Mr. Olympia, but he sells products and stuff on YouTube and do YouTube videos. You know what I mean? So he was like, listen, I ain't got to be Mr. Olympia to start making money. And that dude is swole. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So Keita was like, you like that, Leroy? And I was like, I used to. I used to want it to be like a bodybuilder, but then Keita was like, "Nah, I don't like that. That's just nasty." So I just decided I was just gonna stay fat.
You look well. Then everything starts shrinking. See, y'all talking about women got big clitoris, but then you gonna shrink down there. Then you gonna look a little smaller than a pinky.
You should have put her on the camera. You right?
You know what I'm saying? So we don't want that either.
You get a strong
you
man.
can tell the women that give head because they have real big cheekbones.
Make sure my junk small.
We finna close this thing out the right way. So I'm looking for the chicks with the big cheekbones. That's what I'm looking for.
And that strong forehead muscle. I'm just saying, I ain't had
my side chick game be on fleek. No,
but I'm definitely ecstatic. Today was a very eventful show. Got a lot of information we definitely needed. I'm thankful, man. Y'all got anything y'all want to plug before we shut this thing down?
Well, I know we got the show on the 18th at the Comedy Zone. Me and Leroy, we may be the only melanated people on there, but I know that portion of the show is going to be lit because I got something inside of me that I'm going to bring out, and I'll save it for the show Wednesday night. Also,
Usher
Unity
had
over
something inside of
Belize.
him too.
Unit of beliefs. I got my sales tax ID. I'm about 120% legal right
like
now.
that shirt.
Website gonna be coming up. It's on and popping. You see what I'm saying? We create the image and the idolatry that
Next
we want in the
caller that
world.
calls in, you can actually buy this shirt off of him right now.
And I let him get this shirt. And this
Yep.
is a photo type too. This
Yep.
not
You
even the
can buy
main
it
bulk
off of
batch.
him. He will take it off and put it right here on the table.
That's right.
No, he won't.
$20.
It's like $20 away.
No, won't he do it?
It sound like to me he a stripper. You know, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, Claude? You got anything to plug?
Oh no, I'm not really doing anything this month. I'm doing a women's fashion show on the 21st. But other than that,
Yeah.
no, I'm not at the clubs or anything like that.
And can we shout out the new comedy club of Jacksonville, because Dean's been doing an awesome job out there. He welcomes us in, treats comedians real nice. He's doing an awesome job. I want to take the time to shout him out. He got an open mic on Thursday night. I think last Thursday of the month, and
No, first Thursday. It's the first Thursday.
first Thursday of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, because see, when you go to L.A., they got a bunch of comedy clubs that's why they're able to do the convention and go to those different comedy clubs. But in Jacksonville, we don't have a set of comedy clubs like that,
Yeah.
you know, and the unity is not like it should
Right.
be here in Jacksonville. So it'll be hard to bring that same system over here. It's going to take some time, but we as a people and as comedians, we need more clubs that we can go on, more stages.
Yeah.
I want to shout out to Antoine Murphy's barber. Yeah, Antoine Murphy.
Antoine Murphy?
And Antoine.
Shout out
Murphy's
to Antoine. Tez Brooks.
barber. Yep.
Man, salute Tez Brooks, Antoine Osborne, and the guy that from, I don't know if he's from LA or not, but they did an awesome job Friday night.
Oh, okay. Well, I was there on Saturday, and Tez did his
He
thing.
did.
Oz did his thing,
Oz
and I
as
was
usual.
actually shocked at Jess Hilarious. She has been doing it. I think she said 16, 17 months.
Mm-hmm.
And she has an internet following now. Of course, based off of her set. I mean, there's always room for improvement. I've only been doing it for 3 years. I can always improve, just like anybody else. But she has a lot of room for improvement. I mean, she did a good job, and with that, and honestly, the crowd left happy.
Yeah.
Okay,
They left,
that's
they
what matters.
left happy.
Yeah.
So I mean, they wasn't disappointed or anything. They left in a good mood, and they felt like, okay, well, I've spent my money and I got what I wanted. And then at the end, I mean, I'm not going to put her set out there, so y'all just go out there and see her show. I understand that she's
Still there tonight?
no, she went further down Florida. I think.
Yeah, I think
Hartford.
Naples. I think she.
okay.
Naples.
I think she said
Okay.
Naples because she said I never heard of Naples before, but I'm going there tonight. So yeah.
Okay, so if y'all watching the show, I mean, you know, as a thank you, you know, because I was on stage a little bit with her for a while. Check her out, you know what I'm saying, and support just because she's a sister, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah,
'Cause there's
definitely.
not a lot of female comics out there, you know what I mean? So just like Hope said, she want to get more because she started out with it being a female type of event to
Yeah.
put women on the map who do comedy because it's not a lot of them out there. So y'all go out there and support her, man. She's out there doing her thing, and I guess you can follow her on her social media and such.
And follow all of us.
Yeah, follow
Right.
all of us.
Yes.
What's y'all social? What's y'all social media stuff? Y'all go ahead and tell them.
I'm Claudine, comedian Claudine Chandler on Facebook and comedian Claudine on Twitter.
Yeah, and everything that I have is David Emmanuel Comedian on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, and on Instagram. You type in David Emmanuel Comedian, my little smiley face should pop up.
Yeah.
And mine is Miss Mimi. On Facebook, it's Miss Mimi. And then on Instagram, it's The Real Miss Mimi. Also, I would like to give a shout out to my son since I missed that earlier.
No, we did it.
To Real.
To real.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
we
let me
got
give
him.
him another shout out because he got to record on this past Friday or Thursday last week.
Was it the rapper? Rich?
Yes, was it the rapper? I think his name is Rich. I'm gonna make sure I say it right. Rich Homie Quan.
That's
Something
Rich Homie Quan?
Yeah,
Oh!
Rich Homie Quan. That's the
so
rapper
he
I was
got-
talking about that put him on.
Yeah.
So he got to he came to the college in Pensacola, so he got to work with him.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
that's good, yo. Yeah. So real to real, we putting the show on down here.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
We need-
we can get some
Skits.
real good visuals for the for the DVD we might want to put together.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
So
We need him.
Yeah, you can charge us a decent price, you know, something.
Yeah,
that
well, we
start
got the mama with us, so we
FREE.
gonna be all right.
You think he'll do it for us for free?
Well, no, we'll give him something for the time.
Something.
No, mama.
I do a lot of talking.
Yeah,
That's-
you know,
we-
no, but
your mama in this now. Don't do that.
Yeah.
no, it's a BOB. No, we'll make sure that he'll definitely get paid. But my idea right now is to put together a show and put together a DVD, and maybe we can go ahead and do something. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I agree.
Stuff is going to come out soon, and we'll have a business meeting about that. So y'all be ye ready.
Also, I would like to say, my little cousin, she doesn't live here. She lives in Louisiana, but she has a page on Facebook called Motivational Push Inc. She is doing great things. Every Saturday, she is giving away. It's called, let me get the name of it. I'm sorry. The name of it is called
She giving away a PlayStation?
No, she's not giving away a PlayStation. It's called Catch a Break. It's a giveaway. What she does is if you having financial issues, she's helping people out that's in financial struggle.
Oh.
So she's not going to give you the money directly, but she'll write the check out or make the payment to whoever the payment needs to go to. Okay. Every Saturday she does the giveaway on her page. Again, it's motivationalpush.inc. And if you know someone, you can nominate them, and so that they can receive the giveaway. So it's a good deed. She's just giving from her heart because she said, a lot of people can't catch a break. Some people are really going through a struggle. So last week we did some videoing and things.
Yeah,
so
which is kind of like on the flip side of what my daughter does on Nene TV on YouTube. She gives away free stuff too, but I usually have to pay for it, and then she gives it away. So I don't really think it's free because it's still coming out of my pocket.
Right.
No, she's
Just
actually
saying.
giving, because last Saturday when we were in Pensacola, I got the witnesses. She's helping families or people who's going through a struggle or a hard time.
Awesome.
She's actually helping them, and I think she gave away last week like 6 people. I didn't get a chance because I didn't get a chance to watch her this week, so I'm not sure how many she gave away this week. Yeah. But she's doing it. She said it was put on her heart to do it, and she's doing it. So please follow her page and nominate someone that needs help.
Yeah, when you say need help, not pull up like in a Mercedes getting
EBT
and SNAP and stuff. Yeah.
No, like
yeah.
It's single parents out here that's struggling. Lights cut off, things things that people are going through. They've been on medical leave and they're unable to pay their bills. Things like that. So she's helping in their direction.
Well, listen, right? I had a situation that come up where I might need that. What happened?
Okay.
I'm sure. Like what happened was back a couple years ago. I had got Xbox One, right? And then but I started streaming and realized that everybody that I know streaming is on PlayStation. So I guess I bought the wrong system. So I'm in a financial bind.
Right.
Because
right
we're streaming and they were getting billed for it.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I'm thinking,
didn't know
I think I would need to get
Nominate?
her to buy. Yeah, nominate me so she go to GameStop and buy me the 1 terabyte. The PlayStation. She could do it.
Just get the PlayStation.
No, it's the 1 terabyte. It's the 1 terabyte one because I would require the memory because I would need that backup. So I can go ahead and get this money. I can kind of pay her. Listen, right? I'll shoot her out. I give her a shout out and everything.
Because he's so serious about
I'm
it.
dead. What's her name?
Her name is Sade Stewart.
Sade. What is it?
Yes.
My sweetest taboo.
Right.
Yeah, I need a PlayStation, Sade. Just write it out for me. Go ahead, Dave.
I was going to shout out the Vision Center Jacks, which is on the north side. We off Cleveland Road inside the YMCA right now. The spiritual teaching about our history, the Ankh, that includes the female principal, African-centered information, all that stuff is being taught there. So I just want to shout out Pastor Demetrius Sr. and Rashida Sr. for staying in the fight to educate and lift our people, and we need to support them because they want to bring a school to us. They want to do a whole lot, and it takes us supporting them. They're on the radio 107.9 as a husband and wife team, showing the unity of black love. So I appreciate them for that. So any opportunity that you can get to support and come out to support, please do.
All right, well, that's it in a nutshell, y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming through, watching us. Make sure you get your laugh on Sunday before your work day on Monday.
Yes.
Hope Flood, sis, we appreciate you for calling in, giving us all of that pertinent information. And we are out. We will see y'all next week. Tune in. Now, don't forget to like, comment, and share. All of you. Pull it out and no, don't pull it out. Leave it in.
Yeah.
You know, but just share this page, all right? Peace out, y'all.
All right, have a good one. Bye, y'all.
Yeah, that should be good.
Somebody talk.